Good afternoon, guys and gals. This is North here. Today is Thursday, March the 25th, 2021, and we had a beautiful day here on the North Shore. For March, I think we hit somewhere around 66, or I guess that's probably 17 or 18 Celsius. Almost unheard of for March, so, hopefully that's not predicting how the rest of the spring and summer is going to go, because we had an extraordinarily hot one last year, and, it's going to do what it's going to do, so we'll just we'll deal with it anyways. But what I've got for you guys today is a little review on a product that I got for my Bugout bag slash outdoor bag that I think is really important to have, and it's a folding saw. Okay, so we'll get into the review here in just a minute. It's such a nice day. I wanted to come out and film this on this. That's just a rocket stove, an 8-tier rocket. Well, it's a 7-tier plus 2 venter bricks on top that I built in the yard last year. So I thought I'd come outside and do the review right on top of that. Okay, just because it's gorgeous out, Hope everyone's great, doing well. There we are. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a pretty good spot right there. Okay. So what I got to show you guys is, it's the, obviously as the title says, it's this folding saw, okay? This opens, closes, and it's fairly light. Yeah, so we're going to do a review, and we'll do a test on it here too, okay? As you can see, it's the camera picks that up, that's the Coleman brand. And okay, I went over to Walmart and I got this, okay? I'm in the process of building a couple of outdoor bags, Bugout bags, get-home bags, and I think this is an important item to have in it. But as you can see, this is a Coleman one, and if you can see right there, you can see where it was built, okay? But an item like this is going to be important to have with you in your bag or your outdoor overnight bag or whichever, for a few reasons. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It'll help you with shelter, if you need to create yourself a shelter, rather than just picking up what you can harvest from the ground, from natural resources, fallen trees or whichever. This will help you build shelter, okay? So, because you definitely need to protect yourself from the shelter. Another thing it'll do is it'll help you with fire, making a better fire or a bigger fire. It's going to help you with staying warm. It's also going to help you with cooking food. And once you got fire, you can boil water, right? So it'll help you sterilize water. So I think it's an important item to have in your bag. And it's an item I didn't have just yet. Don't get me wrong, I got all kinds of other bow saws and whatever kinds of saws around, but not necessarily something that's as transportable as this. So so let's just get right into it. Okay, this one here, I weighed it, and I think it weighs 5.9 ounces, which is about 1/3 of a pound, okay? It's very lightweight, and you see the structure of the body on it. What I would have liked to have seen is like a little loop here somewhere, or over at this end somewhere. There is a little loop there, but that's for the locking mechanism. If there was a loop on this, you could put a piece of paracord through it and tie it to your bag, but it's slim enough and fairly compact enough that you could just slide it into like a side compartment of your bag, okay? Now the first thing I noticed when I opened this out of the package is, I started doing this to it. It seems kind of flimsy to me, right? Seems a little flimsy, so that was, to me, it's like, oh, okay, hang on a second. Maybe this is a piece of junk, maybe it's not. So that was one of the first things that I noticed about it, and I took it apart, opened it up, and you see this mechanism right up here at the top. Once you have your blade open, you open up that mechanism, finish opening your blade, then you lock your blade down like that, okay? And it feels good in the hand. It's got a nice finger grip here, if you can see that, and here on the side it has a nice rubberized like palm grip, so it's got a fairly good grip on it. It should perform well as far as the grip goes. Now as far as the saw goes, alright, You can see me flexing the blade right there, right? So, like Coleman, a lot of people go with Coleman gear. It's been, lots of it has been tested well, and you know, has good reviews and stuff like that. But let's not forget that this is a $20 piece of gear. I think it was 22 something after taxes. That's up here in Canada, so you know, maybe you guys down in the States can get it for 12 or 15 bucks or something like that. So it's an inexpensive addition that you can make to your bag, okay? Now, you can go out and get a $100 one or a $200 one, and you know, it'll perform like nothing you've ever seen before, and you know, I'm sure you'll never ever have to replace it. And there's, you know, there may be lifetime warranties and those kinds of things on it too. You guys know me though, I like to be frugal, and this is one spot, you know, maybe I wish I hadn't have been so frugal, but who knows. We'll give it a test, see how it performs, and you know, we'll take it from there. Regardless of how good or not good it is, it's a great item to have in your bag. You know, if you've got a bag, like say a Bugout bag, where you're got sort of a 3-day plan to travel overland through the woods, you're definitely going to want one of these. Maybe not necessarily this brand, but a folding saw for your kit, okay? And it has absolutely no other features besides that. It's just strictly a folding saw, okay? So without further ado, let's just let me just adjust this viewfinder here so I can see what I'm doing. And we'll just give you a little test here to maybe see how it performs, okay? Now what I have here to test it on is a chunk of wood. Now this is it looks like a piece of 2x10 or something like that. SPF spruce pine fir, used in the residential construction industry. So this is a softwood, okay? And this is probably going to be fine for cutting through some softwood. Are you going to get through massive rounds of oak or maple with this? I'm not so sure, you know? The blade's only yay wide. Let me see. The blade is less than 9 inches wide, probably 8, and you know, so you may be able to go through, and you know, you're going to need some room to draw back and forth, so you might be able to go through a 5 or a 6 inch round of wood. You know, harvest a little bit bigger wood for either your shelter or your fire, okay? So without further ado, let's just get right into this and give this a bit of a test here, okay? Now, I haven't tested this in any way whatsoever. It doesn't want to draw backwards very well. If you run it forwards, it'll get itself started. Run it forward a few times and then start drawing back on it, okay? Alright. So we cut a little chunk off of that. I'm guessing the piece I had to go through is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches square. And you saw the time and effort it took with this item here. Still feels fairly sharp. Like, not terrible. It works. It's going to take effort to use. I don't know. I'm going to say it's a cheap piece of gear. And in this instance, I'm going to say you get what you pay for. Okay, I haven't field tested any other ones. I'd be interested to, but like I say, this is the first folding saw blade that I've tested. And it'll help you out of a bad situation. Is it worth having? Yes, it is. Is it worth spending maybe an extra 20 bucks to get a better one? I'm gonna have to go ahead and say probably, but having spent 20 bucks, it's worth having rather than not having. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. You know, if you don't have one and you got 20 bucks to spend, go out and get one. If you don't have one and you got 20 bucks to spend, but you can save an extra 20 to get a better one, I might go ahead and say that. But like I said, for people that don't have one, you know, and you want one for 20 bucks, this is the Coleman folding saw out of Walmart. That's in Canada. 22 something Canadian after taxes. And when you're done with it, you just unlock it. Let me show that better. Just unlock it, fold it back up, put your locking mechanism back down. Now, when you hit your locking mechanism when it's closed, that doesn't keep it closed. Okay, it's just that's just for once it's opened. So that's it. That's the review I have for you on the Coleman folding saw to put in your outdoor bag or your bug out bag. I'll put it to some more tests. We'll see how it works. However, this might be an instance where you might better save your money and spend a little bit more. You know, there's a point between being frugal and there's a point to spending your money once and buying decent gear. I'm probably going to go with this is a point where you should maybe spend a little bit more money and buy some better gear. So that's the review I have for you on the Coleman folding saw. Hope that helps, guys and gals. Stay well and safe, all. This is going to be North, out for now.